Once all the motifs are completed, proceed to connect them. First refer to the finished product, or the motif layout diagram. Position the 4 motifs correctly. Use the crocheting and joining as you go method to connect the corresponding edges and corners of adjacent motifs. After connecting one motif, cut the yarn. Attach the yarn at the corresponding position on the next motif. Then continue connecting the corresponding edges and corners. Please watch my demonstration of the specific joining method. I'll use these small samples to demonstrate. Here, I'll start connecting from the top left motif. Motif 1. You can actually refer to the joining method used here. You can start joining from any motif, as long as all motifs are eventually positioned according to the motif layout diagram, and connected correctly. Position motif 1 with its right side facing you. Attach the yarn at any corner of the motif. Make 1 beginning chain to start. Work 1 single crochet into the chain space at this corner. Chain 3 as a bridge. Skip 1 stitch. Work 1 single crochet into the second stitch from the left. Skip 1 stitch and work a single crochet downward. Connect with 3 chains between each single crochet. Continue all the way down this side, until right before the corner position. Now we've reached this position. Work 2 single crochets into the chain space at this corner. Chain 3 in the middle as a connection. This corner is now completed. According to the schematic, these 2 sides of this motif need to be joined with the other motifs. Using the same method. Skip 1 stitch and work 1 single crochet. Connect with 3 chains between each single crochet. Finish this side. Work the last single crochet into the chain space at this corner. Fasten off the yarn normally. The side of motif 1 that needs to be connected is now completed. Next, connect motif 4. Let's take a look at the schematic. All 4 sides of this motif need to be joined with adjacent motifs. Right side facing you. Attach the yarn into any corner chain space. Make 1 beginning chain to start. Work 1 single crochet into this chain space. Chain 3 as a bridge. Continue down using the same method as before. Finish these 2 sides and this corner until right before the second corner position. Now we've reached this point. First, work 1 single crochet into the chain space at the corner. Then chain 1 as a bridge. Begin connecting with motif 1. Take out motif 1, which has already had these 2 sides completed. Attach the third side of this motif to the first side of the first motif, connecting this part together. Place the 2 motifs with their wrong sides facing each other, with the right side of motif 4 facing you. Align the corresponding corner positions. At the corner on the right side of motif 1, work 1 single crochet into the corresponding chain space. Then chain 1 as a bridge. Return to motif 4. Work 1 single crochet into the chain space at this corner. Then chain 1 as a bridge. Work 1 single crochet into the adjacent chain space on the left side of motif 1. Then chain 1 as a bridge. Return to motif 4. Skip 1 stitch. Work 1 single crochet into the second stitch. Take a look. The crocheting method for this edge of motif 4 is the same as the previous edges. Skip 1 stitch and work 1 single crochet. The only difference is that between 2 single crochets, originally there were 3 chains. And connect it with the corresponding motif. Continue crocheting down this edge using the same method until right before the corner position. Now we're at this spot. Work 1 single crochet into the chain space at this corner. Chain 1 as a bridge. Work 1 single crochet into the adjacent chain space on the left side of motif 1. Chain 1 as a bridge. Work 1 single crochet into the chain space at this corner of motif 4. These 2 motifs are now connected. Then follow the method of 1 single crochet and 3 chain stitches. Finish the remaining edge and corner of motif 4. Join with a slip stitch into the first single crochet at the beginning. Pull tight. Fasten off the yarn normally. Motif 4 is now connected. Next, connect motif 3. According to the connection diagram, these 3 edges need to be connected to the adjacent motifs. First, attach the yarn at any corner position. Finish the first edge using the same method. Now you've reached the corner position. Make 1 single crochet into the chain space at the corner. Chain 1 as a bridge. First, connect to the edge above motif 4. Place the two motifs with their wrong sides facing each other. Align the edges and corners accordingly. Motif 3 should be facing you. Then, at this corner of motif 4, make one single crochet into the corresponding chain space. Chain 1. Return to motif 3. Make one single crochet into the chain space at this corner. Continue using the same joining method. Finish connecting this edge until just before the corner position. Now you've reached this position. Make one single crochet into the chain space at the corner of motif 3. Chain 1 as a bridge. Make one single crochet into the chain space at the corner of motif 4. Chain 1 as a bridge. Make one single crochet into the adjacent chain space on the left side of motif 1. Chain 1 as a bridge. Return to the chain space at the corner of motif 3 and make one single crochet. Then continue using the same method. Connect the remaining part of this edge of motif 3 with motif 1. Finally, make one single crochet into the chain space at the corner. Fasten off the yarn normally. Weave in the yarn tails yourself. Motif 3 is now connected to the previous two motifs. Let's take a look at the fabric. According to the motif layout diagram, connect the adjacent motifs one by one. Each motif starts with joining the yarn at any corner chain space. Crochet counterclockwise and work on the edges and corners that need to be connected. When connecting to the previous motif, always chain 1. Make one single crochet and chain 1 to connect. Please note the edges of motifs on the outermost round of the blanket don't need to be connected. I'll demonstrate the joining method for motif 2 again, using a contrasting color yarn. Attach the yarn in any corner chain space. Make one beginning chain to start. Work one single crochet and one chain stitch. Take the previously connected fabric piece. Let's connect this edge to motif 1 first. After connecting this corner of motif 1, continue with one chain stitch as a transition. Work one single crochet on motif 2. One chain stitch for transition. Connect to the corresponding corner of motif 4. Continue down and finish connecting this edge. After completing, work single crochets with 1 stitch interval. Follow the pattern of 3 chain stitches between each single crochet. Finish these 2 edges. Fasten off the yarn normally after completing. Weave in the yarn ends yourself. This motif too is now connected. Continue downward following this method. Refer to the motif layout diagram. Connect the remaining motifs. I will not repeat the demonstration. Up to this point, the explanation of the joining method is complete. Once all motifs are connected, proceed to crochet the edging. Take a look at the finished product. The edging is worked around the connected motifs. Crochet in rounds. Switch colors during the crocheting process. The new stitch technique used is the back post double crochet, Pt2 tog, front post single crochet, and a Ch2SL picket. Please watch my demonstration of the actual crochet method. Let's start with the first round. I'll demonstrate using a small swatch here, with fewer motifs, mainly to demonstrate the method. With the right side of the blanket facing you, join the yarn to the 5th stitch, on the right side of this corner. Make 1 beginning chain to start. Work 1 single crochet into this stitch. 3 chains as a bridge. Skip 1 stitch. Work 1 single crochet into the next stitch. Then 3 chains as a bridge. Skip 2 stitches. Work 1 single crochet into the chain space at the left side corner. 3 chains as a bridge. Work 1 single crochet into this chain space. 3 chains as a bridge. Continue crocheting single crochets downward following the chart position. Pay attention to the different number of stitches between each single crochet. Connect each single crochet with 3 chain stitches, until reaching the corner position of this motif. Now you've reached this position. Work 1 single crochet into the chain space at the corner. 3 chains as a bridge. Then on the edge of this single crochet, where the 2 motifs are joined, pick up these 2 threads. Work 1 single crochet. 3 chains as a bridge. Next, on the chain space at the corner of the left motif, work 1 single crochet, 3 chains as a bridge. Continue downward following this method. Refer to the chart and crochet single crochets. Pay attention to the different types of motifs corresponding to the spaces between single crochets. The stitch count pattern between spaces varies. Between single crochets on motifs of the same type, the stitch count pattern between spaces is the same. At the corresponding connection point, work 1 single crochet. Between each 2 single crochets, work 3 chains as a bridge. Complete this round. After finishing, slip stitch into the first stitch. Pull tight. The first round is done. The crochet method for the second round is simple. First, work one slip stitch into the left side chain space. Transition the yarn tail to this position. Then make one chain as the beginning chain. Work one single crochet into this chain space. Continue crocheting the corresponding stitches by referring to the chart. Complete this round. After finishing, join with a slip stitch into the first stitch. Pull tight. Fasten off the yarn normally. Weave in the ends yourself. The second round is now completed. Now move on to the third round. First, attach the yarn to the first single crochet stitch of the previous round. Make 3 chains as the beginning chain. Then work 3 double crochets into this stitch. Temporarily remove the hook. Then insert it into the third chain of the beginning chain. And into the loop that was left open. Then pull the loop through the first stitch with a slip stitch. Pay attention to make the double crochets protrude forward when crocheting. Secure with one chain stitch. This special popcorn stitch is now completed. Now make one picket. First, chain 3. Then pick up the 2 threads on the upper left side of the popcorn stitch. Work one slip stitch. This picket stitch is now completed. Then make one chain as a transition. Skip one stitch. And work one back post double crochet into the second stitch. Yarn over, insert the hook from back to front into this stitch. Come out on the left side. Work one double crochet. This back post double crochet is now completed. Make one more back post double crochet. Yarn over, insert the hook from back to front into the adjacent stitch on the left. Come out on the left side. Work one double crochet. Another back post double crochet is completed. Continue to pick the left side double crochet, and work one back post double crochet. Then work a chain as a transition. Work one popcorn stitch in the left chain space. After completing it, make one picket stitch. First work 3 chain stitches. Then pick the 2 threads on the top left of the popcorn stitch. Work one slip stitch. This picket stitch is now completed. Continue with a chain as a transition. Skip one stitch. Start from the second stitch. Work 3 back post double crochets correspondingly. After completing, work 1 chain as a transition. Skip 2 stitches on the left side. Work 1 popcorn stitch on this single crochet stitch. And 1 picket stitch. Follow the pattern chart downward. Finish this round. Join with a slip stitch to the first popcorn stitch after completing. Pull tight. Fasten off normally. Weave in the ends yourself. The third round is done. For the fourth round, use 2 contrasting color yarns to crochet. Take color 1. Attach the yarn to the picket stitch above the first popcorn stitch. Make 3 beginning chains. Counts as 1 double crochet. Chain 2 for the transition. Then work a DC2 tog. While changing colors. First, make an incomplete double crochet on this picket stitch. Then, on the left side back post double crochet position. Pick the middle stitch and make an incomplete double crochet. Now there are 3 loops on the hook. Switch to color 2 with your left hand. Yarn over. Draw through all the loops on the hook in one time. The DC2 tog is complete, and the color change is also completed. Next, work a TR2 tog using color 2. While changing colors, yarn over the hook twice. Insert into the right side popcorn stitch. There are 2 threads coming out from the top left. Pull color 1 out to the front. Yarn over. Draw the yarn through. There are 4 loops on the hook. Yarn over one after another. Pull the yarn through the first 2 loops. Repeat twice. 1, 2. This is an incomplete treble crochet. Work another incomplete treble crochet. Yarn over twice. Insert into the top right side of the popcorn stitch, where there are 2 threads. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over one after another. Pull the yarn through the first 2 loops. Repeat twice. Another incomplete treble crochet is done. Switch to color 1 with your left hand. Finish this stitch. The TR2 tog is completed, and the color change is also completed. Continue by working a DC2 tog with color 1. Yarn over, insert the hook from behind the TR2 tog worked with color 2. Pick up the middle stitch on the right side, which is a back post double crochet. Work an incomplete double crochet. Then pick up the picket stitch on the left side. Work another incomplete double crochet. While working, weave color 2 on top of the hook and pull it into the work. Then finish this stitch. Next, chain 2 for transition. At the corner on this picket stitch, work 3 double crochets. Chain 2 between each double crochet. After completing, chain 2 for transition. Then work 1 DC2 tog. At the same time, switch to color 2, yarn over, pick up the picket stitch and the second back post stitch from the left. Work 1 incomplete double crochet in each of them. Then finish this stitch with color 2. Next, work 1 TR2 tog with color 2. First, pick up the top left corner of the popcorn on the right side. Work 1 incomplete treble crochet. Pay attention when crocheting. The stitches worked with color 1 should stay at the back of the fabric. Don't wrap it in. Then pick up the top right corner of the popcorn on the left side. Work 1 incomplete treble crochet. After completing, switch to color 1 to finish this stitch. Another TR2 tog is completed. Then, with color 1, pick up the back post stitches 1 by 1. And the picket on the left side. Work 1 incomplete double crochet. Pay attention when crocheting. The stitches worked with color 2 should always stay at the front of the fabric. Then complete this DC2 tog. Then chain 2 for the transition. Work 1 double crochet on the picket of the left side. Crochet while tightening the color 2 a bit. Then chain 2 for the transition again. Stretch the fabric piece and the carried yarn a little. Keep the fabric flat. Let's take a look at the color change method. If the next stitch requires a color change, work 2 incomplete corresponding stitches on this current stitch. Then switch to the corresponding yarn and complete this stitch. When crocheting, the stitches worked with color 2 should always stay at the front of the fabric. The stitches worked with color 1 should always stay at the back of the fabric. Don't wrap them around each other. When working double crochets with color 1, don't forget to carry color 2. Every few stitches, stretch the fabric and the carried yarn. Keep the fabric flat. Continue downward using this method. Finish crocheting this round. After completing, slip stitch into the beginning chain. Pull tight. Fasten off the yarn normally. Weave in the ends yourself. Round 4 is completed. A few stitches have been finished with color 2. You can cut it directly. Continue to crochet round 5. First, join the yarn to the left chain space of the ending position on the previous round. Make 1 chain as the beginning chain. Pick up the chain space and work 2 single crochets. Then pick up the left stitch and work 1 single crochet. Next, on the DC2 tog worked with color 2. Work 1 front post single crochet. Insert the hook from right to left into this single crochet decrease. Work 1 single crochet. The front post single crochet is completed. Then pick up the left stitch and work 1 single crochet. Work 2 single crochets into the chain space. Then work 1 single crochet on the left double crochet. Then make a Ch2SL picket. First make 2 chains. Then pick up 2 strands of the single crochet underneath. Work 1 slip stitch. Ch2SL picket is completed. You can see the crocheting method is the same as the picket, except this time the chain is 2 stitches. Then pick up the left chain space and work 2 single crochets. Then work 1 single crochet on the double crochet and Ch2SL picket. Repeat once again. Then work 2 single crochets into the left chain space. Then work 1 single crochet on the DC2 tog made with color 1. On the DC2 tog made with color 2, work 1 single crochet front post stitch. Insert the hook from right to left into this DC2 tog. Work 1 single crochet. Another single crochet front post stitch is completed. Let's take a look at the fabric piece. On the stitches crocheted with color 1, work corresponding single crochets on each single crochet corresponding to the double crochet. Work Ch2SL picket. Work front post single crochets on the DC2 togs made with color 2. Continue downward using this method. Complete this round. After finishing, slip stitch into the first stitch. Pull tight. Fasten off normally. Weave in the ends yourself. The 5th round is now completed. The edging explanation is finished. Finally, It's time to add decorations. Let's take a look at the finished product. Attach one feather to each of the 4 corners of the blanket. Begin with a chain stitch. Work back and forth in rows. During the crocheting process, you can choose based on your own preference. Select any contrasting color yarn for each row. Please watch my demonstration for the specific crochet method. Take any color of contrasting yarn. First, chain 9 stitches to begin. Take the blanket. Position it with the right side facing you. Work 1 slip stitch into the Ch2sl picket stitch of any corner on the blanket. Crochet 1 slip stitch. Then pick up the chain stitch loop. Work 5 slip stitches correspondingly, one by one. After completing that, chain 4. The cast on is now complete. Next, work row 1. Chain 3 to begin. Into the last chain stitch loop of the foundation chain, which is the 4th chain from the end. Crochet 2 double crochets. This special DC 3-in-1 is now completed. Then pick up the left side 3 chain stitches. Work 1 cluster stitch. After completing that, pick up the chain and slip stitch underneath these 2 strands. Crochet 1 front post double crochet. Then pick up the left side chain stitch loop. Work 1 cluster stitch. Then into the last chain stitch loop. Crochet 1 DC 3-in-1. Row 1 is now completed. The right side of this row will be the right side of the piece. For row 2, you can continue crocheting with this same color. Make 3 beginning chains. Turn the work. Continue working into the stitches below. If you want to change colors for row 2, fasten off the yarn normally after completing row 1. Then turn the work. On the stitch at the right side, attach any new contrasting color yarn. Make 3 beginning chains. Work 2 more double crochets into this same stitch. This special DC 3-in-1 is now completed. Work 1 DC3 tog. Next in the chart is a front post double crochet, since the chart always demonstrates the right side of the fabric. You're now working on the wrong side of the piece. You need to work the opposite stitch technique, which means pick up the front post stitch from underneath. Work 1 back post double crochet. Skip the front post stitch after completing it. Begin from the next adjacent stitch, work 1 DC3 tog. Then on the third chain of the beginning chain, work 1 DC3-in-1. Row 2 is now completed. If you want to change color for the next row, fasten off normally here, or you can continue crocheting with this contrasting color yarn. The yarn tail for joining has already been woven in partially. You can cut it directly. Continue to crochet row 3. Make 3 beginning chains. Turn the work piece. Work 1 special DC 3-in-1 on this stitch. Then work 1 cluster of 3 double crochets together. Then work 1 front post double crochet. One cluster of 3 double crochets together. Then on the third chain stitch of the turning chains, work 1 DC3-in-1. Then fasten off according to your preference. Or continue crocheting with this contrasting color yarn. Row 3 is completed. Then work on row 4. Make 3 beginning chains. Work 1 special DC3-in-1. One cluster of 3 double crochets together. Then work 1 back post double crochet. Then work 1 cluster of 3 double crochets together. on the third braid of the beginning chain. Work 1 DC3 in 1. Cut the yarn or continue crocheting as you like. Row 4 is done. The crocheting method for the remaining part of the feather is simple. Work back and forth matching the corresponding stitches. The color scheme for each row is random. When crocheting the middle stitch, work front post double crochet on the right side, and back post double crochet on the wrong side, so that the raised stitches end up on the same side. Pay attention, starting from row 7. Follow the pattern chart to decrease stitches. All required stitch techniques have been demonstrated earlier. Please finish the remaining part of the feather on your own. Everyone look. This is what the feather looks like when completed. Everyone follow the same method to crochet one feather on each corner of the blanket. Up to this point, the entire crochet method for this blanket has been fully explained. If you have any questions during the process, don't hesitate to reach us via our website, Susan's Family, supporting your handwork experience, sharing the joy of life. Thank you all for watching. See you in the next episode.